When it comes to Days of Our Lives, every fan has their own opinion, and Soap Hub is no different. For 5 days we sat and watched the good, the bad, and everything in between, and now we offer you a handy review, and a cheeky critique, of the Days of Our Lives week that was. Days of Our Lives, a Critics Week in Review. Days of Our Lives head writer Ron Carlivati has made it abundantly, some might even say, painfully, clear that he and his writing staff had no advance notice that the soap would be preempted for 2 weeks so that NBC could air the Winter Olympics, and that's a real shame. And I don't say that because the 4 episodes that preceded the sporting event's opening ceremony were bad. They weren't bad. But I am saying that they weren't the best. I wasn't exactly thrilled by anything going on. In fact, the week felt like a whole lot of built-up and filler to an exciting climax that never came. Of course, Joe Devil, Carson Boatman, overheard Allie Horton, Lindsay Arnold, and Chanel Dupree-Demera, Raven Bowens, discussing their affair. It's what possessed people on this show do. They stumble upon intel, then wait till the best possible moment to reveal it to the world at large, and if the dirty laundry being aired belongs to a member of the Price family, all the better. The Devils really got it out for those ladies. And as smart as Abigail Devereaux Demera, Marcy Miller, and the spouses Johnson, Stephen Nichols and Mary Beth Evans, are, they've still yet to do anything about their predicament, unless talking counts. They've all done a lot of talking, and making promises about getting to the bottom of things, and getting themselves freed from their island hell. Could Abigail have at least explored the crumbling manse and come face to face with Sarah Horton, Lindsay Arnold? Imagine if the Thursday cliffhanger had actually been the 2 women reuniting only for a clearly unwell Sarah to inquire about a former lover that isn't Xander Kyriakis Cook, Paul Telfer? Perhaps the him she's been pining for is actually Rex Brady, Kyle Loder, or Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn. Now that really would up the ante when it comes to the Sarah/Xander/Gwen Rizchek, Emily O'Brien, love triangle. Further Days musings: Craig Welsey, Kevin Spritas, liked opera, Broadway, dancing, and old movies, so therefore Chloe Lane, Nadia Bjorlin, and Nancy Wesley, Patrika Darbo, should have realized that he was gay? Stereotype much? That being said, kudos to Days of Our Lives for remembering the Wesleys using Carrie Brady, Christy Clark, to further their own agendas. I'm going to go out on what I believe to be a pretty sturdy limb and say that old TR Coates, William Christian, hasn't really changed for the better. I know, so far we've only seen him threatening to sue folks for breach of contract, and there have been plenty of Days of Our Lives characters who have done far worse, but did you see that look he shot Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, as he was vacating Lanny Grant's, Sal Stower? And how about his promise to be a father to Lanny? Sounded more like a threat to me. Also, can someone explain to me how TR was able to make a beeline for Lanny's apartment? Do the Grants have their phone number and address listed? So, Ben Weston, Robert Scott Wilson, has stared down the devil, and he knows that his and Sierra Brady Weston's, Victoria Conifield, unborn child was the subject of much interest for the Dark One, and yet he's not in the least bit worried about that crucifix that keeps mysteriously inverting? Truer words. Lanny, I just need to get Jules and Carver into their snowsuits, their scarves, their hats. That should take about an hour and a half. Where is Kristen Demera, Stacey Hayduke, getting all these desserts and fresh squeezed juices? As talented as she is, and if you need a latex mask that will magically transform you, totally, into another person, Kristen's your gal. I don't see Kristen baking and juicing. Days of Our Lives, DOOL, airs weekdays on NBC. Check your local listings for airtimes. For more about what's coming up in Salem, check out all the latest that's been posted on Days Spoilers, and for an in-depth look at the show's history, click here. Ad block test, why?